Hi, and welcome to another episode of Sustainment TV. I'm your host, David McDonald, and before we get into today's video, please feel free to like and subscribe to the channel. It really will help it to grow and improve upon what I do. Okay, well, without further delay, let's get started. Okay, for today's video, I wanted to talk about some life skills that I feel every child could benefit from during his or her childhood. Now, this is not an all-inclusive list, and I'm sure that there are many others that justify could be very important in the development of one while growing up. The first skill I wanted to talk about is writing a letter. Now, even though we all love technology and we want it to always be reliable, it isn't. Even beyond that, the novelty of receiving a letter, I'm sure most of us can remember that first time receiving a letter in the mail that was specifically addressed to us. It could have been a card with a couple lines from a grandparent, or it could have been an actual handwritten letter from someone, expressing, how they felt about us and whatnot. This is, I guess, somewhat of an art. In today's technology-filled society, we like that instant gratification of a text or an email, but writing a letter is definitely something that can help one express themselves. The second life skill that I wanted to talk about is writing in cursive. There are many school systems in our country today that don't even teach children how to write in cursive anymore. And so some of these things are either taught at home by the parents or not taught at all. Writing in cursive is something, even if it's not focused upon in school, writing in cursive could help you to read historical documents. Also, it can help you, you may be going through some of your loved ones' older things. It could help you to be able to read some letters or some documents that you may come upon during that discovery. Another important life skill to have is being able to make a phone call. While texts are more informal, phone calls are a formal way of communicating with someone. You can really clear up any misunderstandings that sometimes text messages lend themselves to. So being able to make appointments and schedule services is something that is definitely lends itself better to making a phone call versus another way of communicating. Another important life skill to have is how to budget. And I'll say with this, being able to budget your time and being able to budget your money. Younger children rely on parents or legal guardians to really structure their lives. It's a developmental skill that's very important that children should learn as they grow up. Being able to successfully make purchases, concerning essentials versus wants, being able to prioritize those things. And also being in the right place at the right time in reference to budgeting your time properly. These things are very important to be able to work out. Another important life skill that children should have is how to cook. Now, they don't necessarily have to know how to do a fancy meal in the beginning, but as one grows, older, they should be progressively taught, how to do more and more intricate and difficult meals and whatnot. Being able to cook for yourself can be a real money saver, especially when they become adults. Another important life skill is being able to care for animals. This is such a way to instill responsibility, whether it's a family pet or whether caring for an animal for some sort of competition in school or something like that. A sense of responsibility, accountability, knowing that what they're doing is vital to the success of this one situation. That could be something very very beneficial to a child. Oh yeah, this one can benefit just about anybody. Being able to read a map, think about it. Most of us these days, we have a destination to go to. What's the first thing that we do? We pick up our phone, enter in the address in GPS, and just click go. Prior to GPS being commonplace with phones, there was MapQuest. But even beyond all this, the way you really know that you're old school is if you went to the gas station or the Walmart or somewhere like that, and you picked up one of the maps that was originally this size, and when you unfold it, it's like it takes up half the car hood. Sometimes when we're traveling, our cell phone signals are not reliable and may drop service at a crucial time when you're supposed to make that one turn that can make the difference in you being in the right zip code versus being 10 or 15 miles off. So I think reading a map is definitely important. Another important life skill to have is how to do laundry. I mean, we all need clean clothes. I remember the first time that it was shown to me, I thought you just simply threw all your clothes in the laundry machine, fit as many in there as you possibly can. Obviously, you may have colors bleed over into whites. You can instill that responsibility, that accountability, keep their clothes washed. That's something that, some adults even still struggle with. The last life skill that I wanted to briefly discuss is being able to push through or to persevere. Everything may not go as exactly how we plan in this life, whether it's childhood or adulthood. And it's important that if given a small task, that we are able to stay on task and complete something that we start. Sometimes things may happen we didn't plan for, and being able to get through that and to focus on the good, to being able to see things half full versus half empty, the ability to cope and persevere is something that we all could continue to benefit from, could continue to ensure that it's not something that we take for granted. I hope that today's video has been of some benefit to you. I would love to read your comments, your suggestions on additional life skills that you feel that could be beneficial. Like and subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you on the next video. Thanks for watching. Take care.